Well, good morning. It is 5 a.m. It's actually 5:25, but close enough. I just got up to use the privy and I was so looking forward to going back to sleep, but I think considering that I have to paddle down what looks like a wind tunnel today, what it looks like it could be a wind tunnel today, that I should just start packing up. All right, it is 10 to 6. The sun is just peeking up over the trees here, and I'm just finishing up the last of my packing. All right, it is 6 o'clock in the morning. Boat is all loaded up. I'm ready to go. I still can't believe how much stuff I brought, but it's not a lot of portaging, so whatever. I am headed to the portage, which is about a kilometer-ish from here. As I looked at it yesterday, I saw that it is straight uphill, which is fine. It's only a 600 meter, and it's the only portage I have to do today. Hopefully the winds stay down and everything is calm and cool, and maybe I'll see that moose this morning on my way through. Fingers crossed. So, funny story. My brand new tripod selfie stick that I got to assist me in some of my back things won't shut. The tripod part won't close, so I guess I'm going to be carrying it around for the rest of the weekend like this. I tried everything I could think of. I put like chapstick on it to act as a lubricant. It's just jammed and I can't force it shut or I'll break it, so just going to have to carry it open all day. Alright, we're off. Bye, beautiful campsite. Thank you for your hospitality. Big witch. I did not want to get up. I was really tired this morning. I slept straight through from 10:30 to 4:30. Solid 6 hours, but I had to get up and go to the privy, and then I just thought if I start packing up now, by the time I leave it's going to be around 6, and I want to be on the water when it's like this, nice and calm. It just makes more sense. Less energy, less work. A lot easier, a lot more pleasant experience. So when I get to camp, I can set up my hammock, I can have a nap, I can go in my tent, I can do whatever. But it's always better, I think, to travel as early as possible and avoid the winds, and it's also hotter and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, I'm at the portage. I actually overshot it. I was looking for moose and I wasn't paying attention. Came up way sooner than I thought, so just had to paddle backwards to get back to it. You can see in there, but it goes straight up. I think I'm going to try to take the canoe first. I've been thinking about it while I've been paddling over. I know it's Temagami, I should always take the backpack first, but I figure if it's that challenging, maybe I'll just do a piggyback, take the canoe halfway, come back at the pack, and I don't know, we'll just see how it goes. Alright, so far so good. Other than the ridiculous steep, never-ending hill going up at the start. It took me about 5 minutes to get up that 500 meter normal portage. It would take me about 10 minutes. So it's definitely not going to take me that, because it took me forever to get up that hill. All right, it is 6:50 and I see the water. That's awesome. Hey guys, welcome to Yorston Lake. spot to put the canoe in. Always a treat in Temagami. Alright, it's 6:53, so I left at 36. Just took the yoke off and got everything ready, so when I come with the bag I can just kind of drop it in and try to nosedive here into the water. Yeah, should take me 15 minutes to go back and 15 minutes to come back again. Maybe a little bit less on the return and a little bit more coming here, but something like that. So here's the road. Probably a lot of ATVs and stuff use this, but I've driven my car down roads like this in Temagami, so it's not that bad. When I was walking here, just noticed the flagging tape a little ways down, so easy peasy little zigzag and all good. So the portage does have some challenges to it. There are a lot of boulder gardens, as you can see where I'm walking right now. You have to watch your step, and there is one section that I'm coming up to right now. It's pretty hairy. I'll just film here and you can see it. Shoe bear, go away. I'm really liking my new Keens, by the way. They're super light and they're really, really comfortable. Yesterday I was wearing them at camp without my water socks. I can't do that with the Terrador Ethos that I had the last few years I've been using. Here's the hairy part. Because I get blisters on the back of my feet if I don't have my socks on, but these ones I can wear regardless. They're really, really, really comfortable and super light, and they dry really fast. So nice job, Keen. These are the CNX2s. Okay, so here's a bit of the hairy part. It doesn't last very long. When I got to it, I was like, oh, okay, here we go. But it's only a small stretch, maybe 50 meters. Here's the tough part here. And I made it down with the canoe without taking it off my head, so that tells me I'm pretty good. No, this tells me how it's not too crazy. I mean, that's just a itty bitty tiny piece of a Bradovale Falls, so I guess it all depends on what you're used to. I'm really amazed by the buck situation. Thursday night, when I was on that campsite just after the sun went down, it was insane. I was expecting the same thing last night, but I didn't have anything. And I think because the winds were so strong and it had cooled down a little bit, like it wasn't as humid yesterday, I think that helped a lot. Today, like I would be perfectly fine on this portage right now without a head net or a bug shirt. I wear it for added protection, obviously, and it's always a good idea because if you're walking a 600 meter with a canoe on your head, it's kind of hard to stop and put your bug shirt on halfway because you realize the bugs are bad when, you know, it's too late, right? So, yeah, really, really impressed with that situation. Well, I'm just getting to the end of the portage, or I guess the start, depending on which way you're going. Just wanted to show the hill here. And things are always steeper in person than they are on the camera, in my opinion. But this is all gradual uphill, see. It's not a steep, this part, it's not super steep. The other part isn't either, but it's just that continuous up that really wears out your legs. Ah, looks like there's a loon on the lake finally. I have not heard a loon, just that one little call when I came in. There were no loons yesterday, no calls last night, nothing. But there's one on the lake now that I'm leaving. All right, I've made it to Yorston Lake, 20 after 7. I've got about an hour of paddling to do, and hopefully the campsite I want is open. I'm not sure which of the two islands is better, so if they're both empty, I'm going to check them out and pick one. All right, it's 7:25. Just got my little cushion out. I just brought a shortened strap that I use, like the ones you put your canoe or your kayak on the car with, a cinch strap, and I just brought one of those, and I just attached it at the back. So I'm just going to move the canoe up a bit so it's off the rocks and then get in. It might be a little tricky getting in and out of the boat with this, but I'm going to be paddling for a bit. So. Hello everybody, welcome to Yorston Lake. When I come out on Monday, I'll be going this way to go to the other portage and I'll linger. But today I'm heading this way. Alright, got my seat all organized properly here. It's actually quite comfortable. So now I'm leaning back a little bit, got some back support. I'm just going through the narrow passageway in between the islands. It's super, super pretty here. Love this kind of area. It's my favorite. It's very shallow here. Oh, very shallow here. Yep. Right or left, right or left. There's a rock. Beautiful. Oh, this looks cool. Just starting to get a glimpse of the rest of the lake coming up in front of me here. I was told there's some really big cliffs and it's quite scenic and really pretty here. It's interesting to check it out. This is a dream, paddling in this. Again, happy I got up at 4:30. I'm just getting up to where the first campsite is. There's 3, I believe, on the right side. There are 2 island campsites. This one that I'm just coming up to now, and one at the very end of the lake, the southern end of the lake. Because this is such a simple trip, I didn't really, go crazy over looking at details and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, there's 5 campsites, so there's an island, there's an island. All right, this one's off the ATV trail, this one's away from the ATV trail. This one might get sunrise, this one might get sunset. I think the one at the very end of the lake might get both. Depends on where the campsite is on the island and how big the island is, and if sometimes there's trails going to like either side or whatever, so you can get those pictures anyways, but it just depends. So we'll see when I get there. This is the island where the campsite is on, supposedly, according to the map. There it is there. That's the first one. I believe the second one is right there. And then there will be a third. And probably one of the point sites is there and the island is back there, but we'll see when I get a bit closer. So on the left side of the lake here, which is right in front of me almost at this point, there's a bunch of cliffs, and because the sun has come up on that side, they're all in shadow and you cannot see them very well, but I have a feeling once the sun gets up high enough to illuminate them, they are going to look spectacular. I'm really excited to see that. Well, just past the second campsite, there's a note on the map that says there's a plane wreckage underwater. And I was thinking about coming to check it out, but it's underwater. You can only see it if you dive. However, I'm paddling right by here, so I thought I would just kind of scoot over to the right a little bit and so the plane wreckage is supposedly right on the other side of this island here. Since I'm facing this way, I just thought I'd show you a better look at the campsite. That's the second one here. Nice and secluded spot. Looks really cute. And very calm here because of the islands all around. All right, let's see if I can find this plane crash. Well, the water's so clear here, you can see bits and pieces of metal. Thought I might actually see a plane, but I guess not. That's it so far. There's a bit more. Don't see much else, just a little bit of metal. There's a couple of pieces of metal down there. Oh, it's so clear here. Well, according to my map, campsite number 3 is right here. There's nobody on the lake as far as I can tell, unless they're on one of the last 2 campsites. So they're just super quiet, or they're still sleeping right now, which is entirely possible because it's just after 8. Shit. I was so busy trying to find the campsite. There's a big, huge snapping turtle sitting on the rocks right there. And by the time I got my phone going, it was in the water. It's probably under there right now, somewhere, swimming. Oh man, finally saw some wildlife though, woohoo. Didn't get it on film, but it's down there somewhere. Crap. All right, the 4th campsite, the one that I thought was on an island, which is definitely not, is there. And I believe the last site on the island may be that right there. I have to wait until I get a little closer. I'm almost at the end of the lake. I'm still kicking myself about that snapping turtle. It was so cool. I could like hear his claws scratching on the rock, like he was slipping, trying to get into the water. All right, the canoe just docked there. There's a little rock out on the point. Nice little point here. Comes out. It actually looks like a nice place to swim. There's just a few little rocks, and then it goes right down. This is actually a better spot for the canoe. Small fire pit. Nice lookout there. So lots of views, lots of lookouts. I wanted to be able to see these cliffs though, and I can see them. It's hard to see them because the sun's still not on them, but pretty cool. Seems to be a ways to go to get to a tent pad or anything. I'm not sure where to put the tent. Here maybe, this little tiny itty bitty patch. There's the new privy here, I was told. And I don't like this site at all, especially for staying for 2 days. I think I'm gonna go back to that first island site right at the start. Be less paddling for me on Monday, which I don't really care, but somewhere back there is a brand new privy. I don't know where, but it doesn't matter. I don't need to see it. I've seen enough. I am back out on the water. The wind is picking up, but I think I'm going with it, so that's good. Back that way. There are a lot of views, but there's no place to sleep comfortably and put all my stuff. It just seems pointless. Well, of course, as I'm heading back to the other campsite on the island, the start of the lake, the winds pick up and are against me, giving me a hard time. I'm pretty sure they weren't pushing me through the lake on the way in, but whatever. Okay, this side looks pretty steep, but that's probably the landing by the looks of the path. All right, beautiful view. Pretty decent landing, actually. Let's go take a peek. Oh, it's nice. Somebody has made a table, which should actually be quite helpful for me, for my back. I left a nice spoon. Some cable. Big open front area here. It's quite lovely. Huge fire pit. Like, that's ridiculous. I don't even know how I would begin to cook on that because it's not very deep and it's so wide, but it would do. Ridiculous amount of firewood, as you can see. So I don't have to worry about that too much. Obviously, I always contribute, but it's nice to have a good head start. All right, and there's a trail going this way to somewhere. I'm just going to take the most used looking trail. I'm assuming there's a privy here, but never know. Oh my goodness, look at this. Wow. Guess it's for hunting. That's quite the creation there. The ladder going up, everything. Oh my goodness. And more firewood, and more firewood. And more firewood. Oh my goodness. Hello? Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm on somebody's property. There's a fishing net and a ladder. I'm kind of afraid to open this. Ah! Oh, it's a storage shed. I thought it was a privy. Somebody comes here often. How is there all this and no privy? Come on. I don't see a sign either. Maybe there's a blue FOT sign if they've been here and put it in. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty crazy. All right, well, way back in the campsite, I found this log tree, dead tree, and it's totally hollow. I've emptied all of this dirt out from it. You can see how deep it goes, but this would make a great privy. I can just sit right here. It's up high enough, and I can dig it way out and then fill the dirt back in. So I think I might do that and stay here. I think I'm gonna get much better than this. I mean, it's pretty awesome. The sun's gonna come up over here. I might not get the sunrise, which, you know, isn't the worst thing in the world, but I'm gonna have the whole afternoon sun. So I'll have that. And I am planning on sleeping in tomorrow anyways, so who cares? Look at how clear the water is. It's just stunning. I just looked at the FOT map because I was surprised that I didn't have this on my radar as a campsite to check, because it's on an island and it is actually not listed as a campsite on the FOT map, and there is no campsite sign on here. So I do feel like I'm kind of intruding on somebody's property, but this is all crown land out here, or home of the Temagami on Anishinaabe. So I'm assuming it's okay regardless. It's not like I'm gonna damage the property or do anything to it. I'm just gonna camp here for 2 days and leave. But part of me kind of feels like I shouldn't be here. Like I don't know. All right, it is 10:15. Got my tent set up with all the things in it already. Thermarest, blown up pillow, sleeping bag, clothes, etc. Even unpacked my shoes and left them out there and took my water socks off. And I don't think I'm gonna set up the bug shelter. I don't know if at all, but Definitely not now. It's super windy out here. There's no bugs, and it doesn't look like it's gonna rain. All right, I've got my cup out here, my ginger tea, and then I'm gonna pour the water in there for the tea, and then I'm gonna pour the oatmeal in the pot and have the oatmeal right out of the pot. So nice to have this as well. Again, I'm not bending over myself, twisting all over. So yesterday after I cooked the fish in here, I was surprised at how easy it was to clean out the pot. Somebody had asked me on my first trip in one of the videos afterwards how the pot was for cleaning, and I hadn't really done too much with it, so it was kind of hard to give a accurate response. But doing the fish, the eggs yesterday morning, everything came out fairly easily. I just gave it a little bit of an extra scrub with like the fork or the spork, and then I just wiped it out with a J-cloth and scratched it a little bit with my fingernails to get anything that was tough off, and it came right off. Really do have such a great view here. Like I can see 3 sides. It's not bad. Well, it's just going on noon on Saturday. Got the hammock set up here at the front of the campsite. I found a really good spot. Trees are very close together, but it makes it more comfortable. I find the closer the trees are, when they're like super far apart, I find it's kind of like, I don't know, it's a different fit. But it's super windy up here, as you can see. I had to put a bunch of stuff in my tent because I have to watch my pillow, it'll go flying right into the lake. My canoe hound hat and my bug net that I have on top of it were sitting on that little table, and the wind gusted and they blew all the way across the campsite. Well, I had to relocate. Up at that point there, I know it must seem silly, but honestly, that like distance between here to there, that's like super exposed, and the wind was just, I was fine, but this thing just flapping in the breeze like crazy is making this really loud sound, and I'm like, okay, I can't have a nap here. I'll see if I can do it here. See, the wind isn't as bad here, and it's in a different direction, so it's much better. And I still am in the sun. I'm actually right beside the tent. So I was up there by my backpack in between those 2 front trees there, but now I'm here and I'm good. Oh, it's 1:45. I haven't been able to get a nap. I don't know where the time's going. It's just flying by. Now I have lunch. Lunch is pretty simple. I have other stuff, but I just want to have a little snackish kind of a thing. So I've got some kielbasa here, just sliced up 10 slices. I've got some of these flip sides, cracker chip things, some corn chips with flaxseed, and a little bit of 2-year-old cheddar. And I've also got some cashews that I'm gonna snack on. So I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy my beautiful view and have my little snacky snack. Yummy. It's 2 o'clock. Processed some firewood. I went out twice, came back, brought a whole bunch of wood back. I cut up everything that I brought back and processed it all, smashed it up, whatever. And it was getting pretty warm, so I thought I'd go swimming. I look up in the sky I don't know what happened. I had a bluebird day, remember? Now there's clouds coming in. The clouds are coming from that way. And there's lots and lots. And that sucks. It's not even just the trees and stuff, like it's the sound. Like it just sounds like there's a freight train coming through. And it's kind of crazy. It's coming from this direction. So I am sheltered somewhat. But I'm on an island, so. Anyway, that's all that's going on right now. I'm gonna probably try to talk myself into putting my bathing suit on, and then I'll get it on, and then I'll go down to the water, and I'll probably put one foot in like yesterday, and then I'll come back up here and be like, nope. Well, I'm just chilling in the hammock. It's about 2:30, and it just started getting chilly, like chilling and chilly, you know? And I look up and there's these black clouds coming in. The wind has also changed direction a little bit. It's coming more from over there and less from over there. And here come the clouds. Now I'm sitting here like, should I put up the tarp? It's super windy. I definitely don't need the bug shelter portion. I might just put like a little tarp up on the corner of the fire pit there, so I can make a little fire in the corner and cook and sit there. But coming to you from the bug shelter. This weekend has been like really up and down. It's 4 o'clock now. It's 3:30, whatever. It's getting close to time to make dinner. I don't want to be stuck not being able to make dinner, just in case. And then I've got all this stuff, like I got my chair out and all this stuff sitting out. And anyways, now it probably won't rain because I put it up. Well, what is going on? It's just a little after 5, and just come out of the bug shelter. I don't know if it's going to rain or not, but I want to take advantage of being able to have a fire whenever I can to save on fuel, just in case it's going to run out. I think it's good. I hate that you can't tell. Like, I got a scale a while back from JetBoil, and when I got it, the batteries were dead, and then I never replaced them. But apparently you can hang your fuel on there, and it'll tell you how much is left. I know there's a couple of tricks about using cold water and looking at the condensation, all that stuff. I don't know. I wish they would make it easy so you can see how much fuel is left, because it's really hard to know, you know. It feels like it's half full, but, you know, maybe I'll boil water today and then it'll be empty. And it's fine, I can cook on the fire, but then what if tomorrow's pouring rain, or tomorrow night's pouring rain or whatever, and then I can't, like, I'm still gonna obviously make a fire somehow, put the tarp up or whatever. I'll figure out a solution, I always do, but it's just easier to work with what you have when it's working. So anyways, last minute I changed my mind, and I'm gonna do spaghetti. I've got some recently dehydrated orange and yellow peppers, some criminy mushrooms. I have a quarter jar of spaghetti sauce here. I probably won't use all of that, but use a good amount of it. And then I have some spaghetti. I think it's actually maybe fettuccine, whatever, either or. I also have some garlic here. I'm gonna add some 2-year-old cheddar at the end, and some Parmesan that I brought. You know, you get in the little shakers for spaghetti and stuff. And some garlic, and that's it. I'm gonna put it all in the pot together. Probably won't put the cheese until the end, but I'm gonna put in the water, the spaghetti sauce, and the mushrooms and the peppers. I'm gonna put them all in the pot with some water, and just let it simmer over the fire until everything rehydrates and it gets thick and simmers down. It'll reduce quite a bit, and then I'll eat it. So sometimes it usually takes about 15-20 minutes if it's got a good simmer on it, for everything to cook together. But I just know when it's done, whenever it looks done, and all of my dehydrated stuff gets plumped back up, and you can kind of see it. So that's what's happening right now. So I'm dealing with fire. One pot supper, easy peasy. Let's hope this grill works the way I set it up earlier. That looks good. The lid on so we don't get a whole bunch of... Actually clean the lid first before you put it on because it's already dirty, apparently. And we're good. Put it on there. Now we just sit here and wait and stir and wait and stir and wait and stir. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna have some coconut rum and some blueberry raspberry Crystal Light. Yum. Cheers. Oh, it's better than yesterday. I gave it an extra squirt of blueberry stuff. Well, the pasta's cooked. The sauce still needs to reduce a little bit, but I'm gonna help that along by adding a little bit of 2-year-old cheddar and some Parmesan. This will help to thicken the sauce a little bit too. Looks good. Doesn't it look good? Peppers and mushrooms. It's been on for about 30 minutes, by the way, and it's just been slowly simmering. I think I put too much water in to start, but it's okay. Eventually it'll go down. Well, guys, what do you think? You think it's ready? It's taken quite a while. It's like 20 after 6, but I'm okay with that. I think I'll put it on at 5:40, so it's been on for 40 minutes, but the sauce is finally thickened up real nice. And I think if I take it off, it'll probably thicken just a tiny bit more. And it's going to take me quite a while to be able to eat it, so I'm going to take it off now and set it down over here and just kind of wait. Not much going on with the sky. There are darker clouds coming in. They've been moving in for quite some time, but I got my dinner cooked on the fire, so I'm really happy about that. And if it rains now, I'll just sit in the bug shelter and chill out and watch the show. The sun is trying so hard, somehow against all odds. There it is, shining through these dark clouds. It's absolutely beautiful. Every once in a while, I feel like I get a little drop on me, but then nothing. So I'm quite happy. I'm just waiting for the spaghetti to cool down. It's been off for about 10 minutes and I keep stirring it and it's just so hot. I just can't, I can't eat it, so I'm waiting patiently. Well, the clouds are breaking up again, lightening up. The sky's getting a bit bluer, just as the sun's starting to get ready to go down slowly. Well, now that the sun is just about going down over here, it's giving me a very nice view of the cliff over here. Well, it's 20 after 8. I just put my long sleeve on about 10 minutes ago, and the sun just dipped down behind the trees. It's actually behind a cloud behind the trees, but I think by the time that cloud clears, it'll be behind the trees anyways. It was just about there anyways. So yeah, wow, the temperature's just like going down. Oh, the sky looks kind of cool, but not really anything fantastic or amazing. Getting kind of chilly. I'm sitting here by the fire and just hanging out. I have a really bad headache. I don't think I should have had that drink. I was feeling kind of, I don't know, I'm stuffed up, I guess. I took an allergy pill, so hopefully that'll help. And I also took a Tylenol, and I had 2 ginger chews, but I've been getting smoked out for a while, and that's like adding to my frustration. And I'm just like, every time I move my chair there, I move my chair back there. Every time I move, the smoke follows me. It's like driving me insane. So it's almost like no point in having a fire. It's just pissing me off. Well, the sun is still on the cliff over there, and it's making a really, really pretty effect. Looks like it's red. It's really cool. However, over here where the sun went down, nothing's going on. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.